Under the Harvest Moon by Sandburg. Under the harvest moon, when the soft silver drips shimmering over the garden nights, Death, the grey mocker, comes and whispers to you as a beautiful friend who remembers. Under the summer roses, when the flagrant crimson lurks in the dusk of the wild red leaves, Love, with little hands, comes and touches you with 1,000 memories and asks you beautiful unanswerable questions. Stop All the Clocks, Cut Off the Telephone by W.H. Auden. Stop all the clocks, cut off the telephone, prevent the dog from barking with a juicy bone, silence the pianos, and with muffled drum, bring out the coffin, let the mourners come. Let aeroplanes circle, moaning overhead, scribbling on the sky the message he is dead. Put crepe bows round the white necks of public doves, let the traffic policemen wear black cotton gloves. He was my north, my south, my east and west, my working week and my Sunday rest, my noon, my midnight, my talk, my song. I thought that love would last forever. I was wrong. The stars are not wanted now. Put out every one. Pack up the moon and dismantle the sun. Pour away the ocean and sweep up the wood, for nothing now can ever come to any good. The Garden by Dawn Lawrence. Laburnum with its golden glow, ceanothus with its blue, lilac white and purple with the sunlight shining through. Orange blossom, honeysuckle, stocks and mignonettes, delphiniums and hollyhocks, all names you won't forget. Sunflowers and choicea with hibiscus bold, interspersed with roses, red, white and gold. Wallflowers lining garden paths, jasmine draping walls, clematis hanging from the trees in copious waterfalls. Buttercups, marsh marigolds, ox-eye daisies, cowslips too. I gaze across the garden till the magic dims the view. And add to this the birdsong, the sight, the smell, the scent, and think, where else can there be found a cause for more content? If You Forget Me by Pablo Neruda. I want you to know one thing. You know how this is. If I look at the crystal moon, at the red branch of the slow autumn at my window, if I touch, near the fire, the impalpable ash, or the wrinkled body of the log, everything carries me to you, as if everything that exists, aromas, light, metals, were little boats that sail towards those isles of yours that wait for me. Well now, if little by little you stop loving me, I shall stop loving you little by little. If suddenly you forget me, do not look for me, for I shall have already forgotten you. If you think it long and mad, the wind of banners that passes through my life, and you decide to leave me at the shore of the heart where I have roots, remember that on that day, at that hour, I shall lift my arms and my roots will set off to seek another land. But if each day, each hour, you feel that you are destined for me with implacable sweetness, if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, ah, my love, ah, my own, in me all that fire is repeated, in me nothing is extinguished or forgotten, my love feeds on your love, beloved, and as long as you live it will be in your arms, without leaving mine. Do Not Stand at My Grave and Weep by Mary Elizabeth Frye. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there, I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sun on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circle flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. My Bargain by Maggie Ingall. I saw it in the window. On sale, the ticket said. It was the perfect lampshade to hang above my bed. I always like a bargain, so in the shop I dashed. I took it proudly homewards, but oh, the colours clashed. Yet, I still loved my lampshade, so what on earth to do? Of course, I'd paint the bedroom to match the lampshade's hue. But now the rugs look awful, and duvet too, I fear. Whoever guessed my bargain would cost me quite so dear. Desolation by Anonymous. April is my mistress' face, and July in her eyes hath place. Within her bosom a warm September, but in her heart a cold December. To a Lady Seen from the Train by Francis Darwin Cornford. Oh, why do you walk through the fields in gloves, missing so much and so much? Oh, fat white woman whom nobody loves, why do you walk through the fields in gloves? When the grass is soft as the breast of doves, and shivering sweet to the touch, oh, why do you walk through the fields in gloves, missing so much and so much? Ations by Shel Silverstein. If we meet and I say hi, that's a salutation. If you ask me how I feel, that's a consideration. If we stop and talk a while, that's a conversation. If we understand each other, that's a communication. If we argue, scream and fight, that's an altercation. If we later apologize, that's reconciliation. If we help each other home, that's cooperation. And all these actions added up make civilization. And if I say this is a wonderful poem, is that exaggeration? The Sunken Village by Eileen. The streets where once children played, a normal, mundane, happy scene, and mums with pushchairs stopped to chat, are gone as if they'd never been. No longer can those caring folk lay roofs upon their loved ones' graves, because the graves are lost to them, sunk deep beneath the billowing waves. The village school has disappeared, where children learned and teachers taught, and blackboards, barnacled and bare, stand useless, crumbling, left to rot. They say that on a stormy night, when lightning cracks and thunder rolls, you might just hear a haunting sound, as eerily the church bell tolls. Lamentation by Anonymous. Western wind, when wilt thou blow? The small rain down can rain. Christ, if my love were in my arms, and I in my bed again. The Optimist by Anonymous. The Optimist fell 10 stories, and at each window bar he shouted to his friends, "It's alright so far." The Pessimist stood solidly, on the ground so flat. He scowled and shook his head though, and said, "If falling, I would splat." Risk by William Arthur Ward. To laugh is to risk appearing a fool. To weep is to risk appearing sentimental. To reach out to another is to risk involvement. To expose feelings is to risk exposing your true self. To place your ideas and dreams before a crowd is to risk their loss. To love is to risk not being loved in return. To live is to risk dying. To hope is to risk despair. To try is to risk failure. But risks must be taken, because the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. The person who risks nothing, does nothing, has nothing, is nothing. He may avoid suffering and sorrow, but he cannot learn, feel, change, grow, or live. Chained by his servitude, he is a slave who has forfeited all freedom. Only a person who risks is free. The pessimist complains about the wind, the optimist expects it to change, and the realist adjusts the sails. Dark Sonnet by Neil Gaiman. I don't think that I've been in love as such, although I liked a few folks pretty well. Love must be vaster than my smiles or touch, for brave men died and empires rose and fell for love. Girls follow boys to foreign lands, and men have followed women into hell. In plays and poems, someone understands there's something that makes us more than blood and bone, and more than biological demands. For me, love's like the wind unseen, unknown. I see the trees are bending where it's been, I know that it leaves wreckage where it's blown. I really don't know what I love you means. I think it means, don't leave me here alone. Mashed Potato Love Poem by Sidney Hoddes. If I ever had to choose between you and a third helping of mashed potato, whipped lightly with a fork, not whisked, and a little pool of butter melting in the middle, I think I'd choose the mashed potato, but I'd choose you next. What Makes a Friend by Ashley Olson. A friend. What makes a friend? A friend is someone that everyone needs. A friend is that special one. A friend is someone you tell everything. A friend is someone you never lie to. A friend can be a boy or a girl. A friend is someone that is always there. A friend will always listen to you. A friend always has input to give. A friend will never leave you in the dust. A friend will help you through the thick and the thin. A friend will always stand by your side. A friend will never let you down. A friend is someone everyone needs. What would you do if you didn't have a friend? In the Desert by Stephen Crane. In the desert, I saw a creature, naked, bestial, who, squatting upon the ground, held his heart in his hands, and ate of it. I said, "Is it good, friend?" "It is bitter, bitter," he answered, "but I like it, because it is bitter, and because it is my heart." Hope is the Thing with Feathers by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul, and sings the tune without the words, and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm, that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land, and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Loved and Lost by Christine J. McCloskey. When you lose someone you love, life will change, you rearrange, and everything around you seems so strange. The world will spin in the wrong direction, You feel alone and want affection. Your appetite changes, you may not sleep. You don't feel like talking to anyone you meet. But as time goes on, things will get better and everything just comes together. And just because you smile, it doesn't mean you don't care, because you know in your heart that they will always be there.